I do have a few strategies. One in particular, I'm gonna break the fourth wall here. I have an undisclosed amount of these, Keegan, that I got for you. I'm actually always like just enjoying a drink.
That's great.
Sorry, that's been in my pants for like 40 minutes. I've been preparing for that moment.
Ice and fire dominated the idle searches of these players in their first time around. And now Survivor Calgary is back, with idols of the show returning to compete once again.
I'm not really worried about my reputation from season 3 coming into the game. I think I was at first, but I kind of started to think about a bit more of a game plan, and I think I can kind of convince people that a lot of what made me a standout player in season 3 was circumstance, and that's the narrative I think I'm going to go with.
Once more, 16 players return to the remote wilderness of the Rocky Mountains to see if they have what it takes to become sole survivor.
I had everything prepared to win. I think I played a game that was good enough to win. I got to come back and I got to finish the job.
Forged in the fire of competition, the relationships made in and out of the game will have to be managed by all players to maximize their chances.
So Malone and I had a bit of a survivor romance that started last season. He was a player, I was production. Torch. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how our dynamic works out. I think if we can keep it under wraps as long as possible. Malone wanted to keep the relationship a secret until we played Survivor so it wouldn't ruin our chances. Cat's out of the bag, so I guess we'll see where it goes. Anyone but me and maybe Malone.
Survivor Calgary's 3 winners have thought out, hoping to reclaim their spot on the throne and prove unquestionably that they deserve their titles.
My strength is going to be winning challenges, obviously, but yeah, I'm not going to be I don't think I'm going to be seen as a threat with regards to the mental game so much. But I think I'm more comfortable with it this year, so we'll see.
16 All-Stars, 3 days, 1 Survivor.
Welcome, each and every one of you, to Survivor Calgary Season 4 All-Stars Fire versus Ice. Yes. Yeah, I am so excited to have all of you guys out here again in beautiful Waiparous. And in acknowledgement of that, we as a show would like to acknowledge that this season of Survivor Calgary, as well as all previous seasons of Survivor Calgary, are being filmed on Treaty 7 territory, the traditional territory of the Blackfoot Nations, including Siksika, Piikani, Kainai, the Tsuut'ina First Nation, and the Stoney Nakoda First Nations. We would also like to acknowledge all the many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples who have walked these lands far before we have. On that note, we also have a few other things that we need to announce to each and every one of you guys as we start the season. We are bringing back Shot in the Dark. For those of you who are familiar with this particular play, you may forfeit your vote at Tribal Council and get a 1 in 6 chance at immunity. Of course, you have to take a shot to do it, which makes it a bit more fun. Furthermore, you may have noticed a beautiful little locked box. That box contains mystery items. There are clues scattered around our campsite, which will unveil the combination to that lock. If you find those clues, you can open it up and claim the prize inside. We also have The Edge coming back, and our Edge Esquire, I believe is his new title, is going to be guiding you through that wonderful process again from start to finish. Would you like to say a few things?
I don't want to be acknowledged. I don't want to be spoken about. You don't want to be with me. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
All right. Thank you, Edge Esquire. Okay. Apparently the Edge is going to be very different this year as well. With all of the announcements out of the way, I believe all that's left to do is assign you guys to your tribes.
Fire, baby. Fire, baby.
initial thoughts. Look at your two tribes. We have Ice, the Yeti tribe. Players defined by ice in their veins, cool, calculating, cunning plays. And over here, Burn Bright, Die Young, the Phoenix tribe. People who were exorbitant in their gameplay, loud, proud, and giving everything they have to get to where they made it. Our most recent champion, Craig.
Last season, I was handing out final two deals like Tic Tacs. And so I feel like people aren't going to trust me this time and be hesitant about these final two deals. But I still want to use it, make a couple final two deals with people. We'll see what my options are, but I have to be more selective this time and can't be handing it out to everybody because I think people will catch on this time.
How are you doing?
I'm doing.
Okay. What do you think of your tribe?
Pretty confident with it. I'm very happy. I'm excited to work with some of these people again and people I haven't worked with before. I'm excited to see how this goes. I think we're going to be very strong.
Wonderful. Cole, executive producer.
Temporarily ex-executive.
Temporarily ex-executive producer.
My main goal coming in is not necessarily to win. It's to create the best story that the executive producer of this show would want. And what better story is there than the guy who's ran it to win it all?
What are your thoughts? How are you feeling?
Well, I don't know if they watched last season, but it's not that important to be strong. I think we've got the belligerent tribe over here, so I'm feeling confident.
All right, he says that seeing Trivia Daddy over there. That is a bold statement.
My breakfast is a twisted cheese.
It's about the belligerents inside.
Malone, you're back and rocking more of a hipster Steve Irwin vibe.
Yeah.
Big fan. What are your thoughts? How are you feeling?
Scared.
I'm feeling incredibly antsy. I don't think that I maybe deserve the title of a big threat, but I am very in your face and I'm very loud. And that kind of elevates me to being a big threat because I'm in people's minds. And Robin obviously being a winner and playing a really incredible game along the way is gonna make her a big threat as well.
Keep looking over there when you say you're scared. Those aren't the people you need to worry about yet. It's these guys.
Yeah, I'm looking over there like, wow. I like those people. These people I respect.
Justine, first through the breach into the edge last time and welcomed back with open arms. How are you feeling being on the Phoenix tribe?
Feeling like I really am embodying the Phoenix, really burned up, right? And we're hoping that we can come back.
Last season I was eliminated in my first tribal council and I was heartbroken. This was my time to finally find love. And unfortunately, no one felt the same way about me. And my first impression rose went to Tom, went to Jeff. But also Jeff.
Who knows? Maybe I'll get about another first impression rose.
Wow.
Who's to say?
Maybe, hopefully this time, a second and third impression.
I mean, we can all dream.
That would be optimal, I think. Evan, you were also booted out early and you find yourself squarely on the Yeti tribe. How are you feeling?
Fantastic. Feeling way better this time.
Yeah?
The trees are scared of me, so
Oh,
ready to show them his boss.
I've been saying that I don't want to injure myself in the first challenge, but I don't. I'm too competitive to not try my hardest in every challenge, so no matter what happens, I'm going to go for it. I'm not going to, if I get injured again, whatever. I'll just be known as the injury-prone survivor player.
I actually saw a few recently felled trees this morning on my way.
Yeah, I was mean.
Yeah. I was like, man,
I had to
Evan's
get my
been busy.
revenge before I could start again, you know.
Willow, what's going through your head today, knowing the sacrifices you've made to be part of the Yeti tribe?
My sacrifice to be here. I am missing the Barbie movie premiere. I'm sorry. It was a hard choice.
Genuinely, I almost had to back out because I don't think anyone understands how important the Barbie movie is to me. I've been looking forward to this since the day the teaser trailer was released. But I'm here. So, in honor of the Barbie movie, I'm gonna wear pink all weekend and think about it every day and use that as motivation when times get hard.
Today's definitely gonna be a very hard day for me. You know, I'm thinking about Barbie all day, trying to keep my head in the game, but I think I didn't miss the Barbie premiere for nothing. You know, I'm gonna let that drive me to make it as far as I can, and I got set with an amazing team, so I'm at the same time distraught, but also super stoked. So it's gonna be a good game.
I'm glad to hear it. It's about time that we hop in to our first challenge. Idle Hands. A classic showdown between our two tribes here. You are, of course, playing for tribal immunity. This will go to whichever tribe wins this first challenge. The point of this game is to knock the opposing tribe's pylon off of their stand before your pylon touches the ground. It will be a best of 9. Once you have gone, you are not allowed to go again. The losing tribe gets to pick second. With that in mind, take a few minutes, talk amongst yourselves about how you want to approach this, and then we'll get going. Strategize. All that's left to do is to see who can pull out the win. Yeti, Phoenix, send forth your first contestants.
Let's go.
I will count you down. 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go, Eric. Let's go, buddy.
Cam, your flies down!
Right. Your nip slips.
Very good at this game.
Aaron Rodgers is a New York Jet.
And Cam is just skirting the edges of the arena. Very composed approach for each of them. Oh, my goodness.
Look at where his pylon is. Look at where his pylon
There's
is.
Kirkhoven like a brick.
I was red first.
Good. Let's go. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, go.
This is huge. You got this. You got this.
Man. Wow, look at this approach. They are holding hands. Jackson for Phoenix. A gauntlet being dropped. Yeti, what are you doing?
How I treat the relationship with my brother really depends on how the game starts and where we are. Obviously, his survivor knowledge is pretty profound. It's something he enjoys and he knows. So it's always a good idea to connect with people who are good at the game, right? So.
All right, Survivor's ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Below 7. That would be Yeti down first. Jackson with a narrow victory. A much faster round than the others. Sydney for Phoenix, who is going to challenge from Yeti. Robin. Survivor's ready. 3, 2, 1. Another careful approach. Each of these contestants.
She brings these things.
Phoenix up 3-1. Malone up to bat. Yeti. Shervin, who was dominant in this challenge last time he played. Oh, a little bit of respect there. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, goodness. There is lethal intent. He didn't even need to do anything. Intimidation was all it took that round. Up to bat. Sean. Got this. Come on, Taylor. One more win from Phoenix, and this slips away, Yeti. Survivor's ready. 3, 2, 1, go. That is a Yeti win. It is now 2-4 in favor of Phoenix. Yeti, who are you sending forth first?
Barbie.
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 Barbie up to bat.
The premiere.
This Barbie's Steve. For Phoenix.
See, I told you my dreams. Manifestation. I told you.
Okay, my dreams are manifesting, and I've known this because, well, my mom says that we're witches, but I don't know if that's true. But I blame my intuition, but last night I had a dream that someone's car was getting broken into, and then it turns out in the morning that Cole's car got broken into by a fox, and other food got eaten. I also had a dream that Justine and I were going against each other.
Willa, Justine. Survivor's ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
I did get moved up first.
This won my first Survivor challenge.
Try finding numbers hidden throughout the game to get insight in how to open the box. General rule, you can only get the contents of this box out by opening the lock with its combination. No moving the box. Well, it is final 18 prior to the first tribal council, which I am not attending because my tribe is great. And that feels good.
Does anyone who thinks they have a number, if it's not in the 30s, that's a different number than mine?
Mine's in the 30s.
Okay.
Mine's in the 30s as well.
Okay, so we also have all in the 30s.
We did a little bit of a preliminary number search trying to find the last, or what we think is the last 2 digits in the combination.
Oh, I can put it in my notes.
I want a stethoscope. My wife wouldn't let me get a stethoscope.
Oh,
I wanted
I'm
it in
so
my
sorry.
car. Well, yeah. Once you can hear the valves, you can have the engine block and you can
I
hear
don't know
top.
much about cars.
Me neither. Should we?
Do you want to try with the...
Try those?
Oh, this is going to be tough.
I'll let the people who knew the numbers do it. Next time back.
I've wanted to work with Malone ever since he pulled out the if you come at the king, you better not miss. I really enjoyed that tidbit. So, but yeah, we'll see where things go.
Everyone's out looking for numbers for that lockbox right now. Obviously, everyone's also looking for idols.
When I put a golf ball in the woods, I'm super bad at finding it sometimes. So this is not my forte. Right
red flag. Tim! Yeah? Oh, there you are. I feel like I'm not as much a threat because I'm not usually one to lead the kind of like, not cliques, but like, yeah, cliques, I guess. Like when someone's in charge of kind of like, all right, we're gonna be a group, that's not usually me. I'm usually just kind of like trying to pick which one seems like I can fit in the best with.
This is my first win, right? Oh yeah. How you feeling about the tribe so far? I'm actually pretty glad we got paired back up together. We worked really well together in our season. I can tell you now. We didn't listen to you about the whole dominating alliance that you predicted.
At the end of the day, I think you try to keep the team dynamic as long as you can until we really have to actually play Survivor. So the first goal is win challenges. Keep the harmony until we can't anymore.
Yeah, this team just like not want to talk strategy like at all. And I don't know if it's like a trauma response from last season where I'm like, we gotta like be talking all the time. But like I can't get a word out of anybody on like what they want to do, what their vibe is. Everyone's like, oh, I don't want to talk strategy. Let's focus on the game. And that makes me feel like it's gonna be.
Got it.
Yeah, those three boys immediately.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are
Jackson,
so
Cam,
tough.
Timothy are out there. I don't even know.
I mean,
Cam and Timothy and Jackson.
I was gonna say five
It's
season.
such a worrying three people. To be
Five season 3 people.
I think we gotta break them.
I think it,
Oh shit.
the
weird.
Boss Tribe Revenge Tour. You know, plus some belligerence. Boss and belligerence Revenge Tour.
Yeah. I want redemption.
I love that after you say that.
Staying under the radar again, but playing all my cards correctly this time and making sure that those huge targets remain huge targets, and it just keeps me completely out of the way.
Oh my god.
Hopefully like Willow and Kristen stick around.
Yeah.
If we lose the next challenge, or whenever we lose a challenge, if we don't kill it till merge or whatever, you need 5 votes to get somebody out. And
Yeah.
like to get a majority.
We're
in.
the majority right here.
I think everyone should be very aware of Sydney, probably above anyone else. And I don't think that anyone's going to let them slide under the radar, but if it happens, no, they'll punish us.
Malone did approach us with a group of 5, but it's Malone. So I'm like, not my ideal scenario. No offense, but last season did not go well for us. I don't have a relationship with Tim. I've never met him.
I never met him.
Yeah, I'm not getting a lot from him.
Yeah.
So
He doesn't, I mean, the first season he didn't really play. Like he just won challenges and found idols.
I'm always looking. Looking's what I do. That stuff. The goal for me, I think, is going to be stay until it's just up to me, and then crush as hard as I can. Play outside really, really hard. Real hard.
we can
We can't wait to.
sneaky. Well, yeah.
And like if there's like
Misdirect.
a swap too,
Yeah.
like
And
if they fail to get him out, then boom, he's in merge.
exactly. Yeah, so I think Tim might be the, and it's an easy sell too. You can be like, Tim's a winner. We want to get the winners out. No offense.
No, don't worry. I know. I felt my strength was my social game. That is what kept me going. That is what made me get to the finals. So I'm gonna keep that up, and I'm gonna have a good time this time. Always drinking beer, just having a good time, making people laugh. That's my big strength that I'm gonna continue.
I think there's some people that I'm like, I do like, I see and I trust, and I think we can play the same game. And I think there's a couple other people who are playing a different game.
I think you and Sydney would do really good together.
Absolutely. Taylor, fire. Where's my pink?
I love Malone, and
Too much strategy.
I think the biggest threat in the game currently is a personal. I think it's the Malone, because we're both from the East Coast, and he hosted some watch parties and didn't invite me. And I'm actually really bitter about it. So that's actually who I'm talking to. Malone, maybe if you host another fucking video, like party, I'll actually come. You can't say all your friends are Team Justine and not invite Justine. I live down the street, dude.
Malone's got something. I was like, I don't trust that. Not as far as I could throw it.
which I couldn't throw Malone very far.
No, neither could I. I mean,
Taylor, I think I could throw Taylor.
Whoa, okay. Just toss him around.
Daddy's gonna toss him around.
I'm obsessed.
This is Love Island, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Another bombshell enters the villa.
As a wild card of this season, I am planning on trying to confuse people, and I think a lot of people expect me to not know anything that's going on, but I'm hoping that I can use kind of my background knowledge and also the fact that they don't know anything about me to maybe pull one over on a couple people.
I'm here to have fun this time.
Yes.
And so, I've already won, but let me help you get to the end. Let me help you get to the end.
I love you. Call me a fairy godmother.
Yeah, exactly.
This year, I'm here to make dreams come true.
I'm gonna go in just here to have fun. Let me help you get to the finals. And I think that's gonna be the key, is that I'm gonna say, I've already won. Let me help you out. Let me take you. Again, keep me in the back of your mind as a huge target. People are gonna want to vote me out.
I want to stick around for a bit, but honestly, I've won before, and I'm here to just help others.
That's what you want us to do.
I don't know.
Any winner would say that. Craig pulls out a script. He's like, didn't work.
I think it just makes sense that I really showcase that I'm here to have fun this time and not be so stressed, which is probably a little bit of a lie.
I do think Willow and Sean seem like the easiest vote outs.
Yeah.
Personally,
if they're gonna do just an easy vote, I think they'll do that. But I don't know if they should do that.
I feel like
easy votes aren't necessarily the smart idea. If you have the chance to take the biggest threat or the big strategic threat, you got Cole and Eric before they integrate into their tribes right off the bat.
You know how strong players they are and how good they are, and I feel like Eric and Sherwin will have issues fully trusting each other this time.
Kristen voted off Eric as well.
Yeah, I think there's I think we're all pretty good with coming in
I feel like if
good, but you're still remembering some things. And you're yeah.
It's weird though, because Sherman and I think we're great.
Yeah.
It depends on how it plays out.
I feel like if you come into this game with animosity or a vendetta, you're already limiting your options. So you can't just you have to just forget about it for yourself, because you're limiting yourself, your own game by having those kind of thoughts.
Early game, I'm fully willing to work with every single individual in the game. There's nobody who I'm not willing to work with. I'm also willing to vote every single person out. I'll vote out Taylor. He's been one of my friends since childhood. I don't give a shit. I want to make somebody cry this season. That's my goal.
I've never felt that short before in my life. Jesus Christ.
I know, I thought you were tall. I was like,
I know. I thought so too.
He's huge. Yeah.
No, he's 6'6". Jesus. And he has long arms.
His arms are so
His arms are way too long for
gangly motherfucker.
Yeah.
If we do it again, two of us.
Yeah, honestly, we might have a chance then. We might
there
have.
We go.
Okay. All right. Well, do we want to break off?
Yeah, probably. Everybody stay together.
We don't want to just have a group discussion about this.
Yeah.
Would anyone like to talk to me? No.
Okay, so day one has not started great. We are to begin the day, I opened my car door. My car door is open already, and I discovered footprints in my front seat, and then looked back and discovered all of my food had been eaten by a fox that had come by in the middle of the night. Not ideal. Then we lose the first challenge. On the plus side, I really like my tribe.
I'm embarrassed. I fucked up.
We both did.
Yeah.
I think right away, I think we need to prioritize strength.
Yes.
And I think we need to keep threats around.
I agree. I mean, I didn't show it in the last challenge, but
you're fucking strong.
I'm a physical threat, and I think we need a physical threat on our tribe, because comparatively, I think we're lacking. So we need to have,
specifically Tim.
Yeah. So in order to have any sort of shot in physical challenges, I think we need to keep the threats around. I agree. I don't know who the target would be, but that's the
Actually, let's start here.
Yeah.
We want to work with.
This is my first conversation. I want to work with you.
I want to work with you too.
But I think we can't make the mistake of voting out some of the stronger players at the beginning, just because are you on the tribe that kept going to tribal council? Yeah, we can't do that. And the next one's probably gonna be a little puzzly, but
They usually are mixed, but yeah, it's hard because I don't know the people I didn't play with. Even like Shervin, I didn't really get to play with because I was eliminated by that time. The only person I played with was Kristen.
We're back. We're back. This is funny. Yeah, that was not the best way to start, but I don't know. Oh, what are you thinking right off the bat?
Thinking that I'm really scared about how many good people and players there are here, and I think it's gonna be hard. But I don't really have. I truthfully don't have an agenda right now on who I want to vote off.
I don't either.
I will tell you that I'm excited that we're starting together, and I think we might actually have a chance to like work together.
Actually build something. Yes.
And I think like last season we did have a good relationship, but not like.
Yes. It
would be more unexpected than people would think.
I agree with you.
I like.
I agree with you.
I don't know.
I want the bigger personalities, the people that people are going to see as big threats in the game. I want all of those people in the game because if they're not, then it's me. So I need to push those people out in front of me.
You and I both know that it's just about trying to get ourselves forward.
Yeah.
And like, I don't want to vote any of these people out, especially there's a couple guys that were out early, but I mean, I think, like, again, I'm willing to work with you.
I think people like you and me and like Cole need each other in this game because we're all coming in as threats.
I 100% agree.
So, and that's like, I'm literally not just saying that. I know I can say that it's a game of Survivor, but like,
you are a threat.
I
You proved
believe
it.
that like, we're coming in and we need to have each other in this game and not let these people who can fly under the radar slide by.
I 100% agree with you.
So as much as it's an all-star season and you need to take out threats at a certain point, we also need to make sure there's not someone that can like slide through.
Are you playing with Kristen? Do you want to play with Kristen, or how are you feeling about that?
I have no plans, just vibes on my part, personally. I'm basing it based on whether or not I think they'll be seeing the Barbie movie within good time.
How do you feel about playing with me?
I mean, you gotta pay for it.
The only question becomes who we're gonna make our target. Let's not pick anyone between us right now. Let's do some socializing.
Yeah, I like that.
See where everyone else is at, and then you want to regroup and talk about.
You want to specifically get that? I think it makes sense to keep around with Eric and Robin.
Okay.
If you want to talk to Robin, I want to talk to Eric. We can talk. Like what? We can mention that we said that.
Yeah. You talk to Eric. I'll talk to Robin.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Me, Robin, Eric, and Shervin. And I really like that four because it kind of naturally breaks off into duos with Eric and Shervin, me and Robin. And I think I have a really tight relationship with Eric too. I think we really want to play the game together. I think we both understand that we're pretty strong Survivor players and we need to keep each other around. So
we're just talking about the fact that
we think the three of us need each other.
I think, yeah.
Because
I think we need to keep friends around.
We're all
I think we need to keep Robin.
And
I think we need to keep Shervin.
There are a lot of people on this tribe that I think can slide by. So
yeah, I think that should be the five that we look at consolidating around.
Yeah.
we have to, like Cole is someone that I think I could work with. He's got a huge target on his back. I know him quite well. I think I could hide behind him a little bit. The problem with that is I think everyone's going to try to do that. And Cole's also very smart. And so I'm going to be very careful with Cole. And I'm not going to extend myself too much towards him.
Shervin's going to talk to Robin about that right now.
Okay, sweet.
It'll keep.
And if she's talking to Willow, then maybe focus on Sean or Evan or
Yeah, it sucks to vote one of them out.
Yeah,
it does.
Honestly, I want to meet the people I haven't met yet. Like, I've never met Evan. I'm intrigued by him. Sean is someone that I think I could connect with. So I hate doing it because I don't know them at all, but do we just focus on Evan and Sean and see?
I think we'll see where the names lie, but I think those are good preliminary names. If something switches up, then something switches up.
Yeah, I agree.
I think
it does.
But it's a game.
Yeah.
Everybody knows it, and they'll get a chance to come back.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, they'll be on the edge. They'll have a chance. I feel bad. Again, I feel bad for the people that didn't make it far, but I also don't want them to just get by because people feel bad. Yes. And I feel like we are people that are going to need to fight to be here, and we need to
absolutely. We have to look out for each
other. I fully believe. Like I saw our tribe, and I was like,
yes,
we need us.
Yeah.
So,
okay, cool.
Yeah.
So let's look over each other in this one. We'll try and see where people want to vote for Sean.
I'm so glad the three of us get to work together.
Yeah, it'll be so much fun. I know, seriously.
Like actually, I'm so stoked.
Looking at that tribe, they are strong and they're wiry and they're good. So we're gonna have to try and battle them. And I think
It's going to be really important for me just to get into a nice insular group, hopefully of threats, because as much as we want to try to keep strength around, I don't think it's going to matter. I think we're just going to be waiting for a swap, a mix-up.
Like I know I don't have the best relationships with anyone here, so I hope it's not.
No, you'll gain them. Yeah, Ben. Like I'm
love
excited to get to work with you.
Absolutely, no. I will stick with everyone. Like I'm not the type of player to be sneaky. and stay. I was never like that. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not a sneaky person. I can't lie very well. So.
Okay, let's do that. So just so you know, and I want you to trust me with this. And I should ask, have you heard my name at all?
I haven't heard your name.
Okay. So I think if I talk to Kristen,
Yeah.
and she uses your names, I might.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I know that me and Sean might be
But
the
you
ones that
trust me here. I'm not targeting you. I'm not interested in getting you out of the game right now.
Okay.
My main priority is to cover my own ass. My priority when I'm talking to people is to keep the tribe strong, baby, because Yeti's strong, right? But no, it's Eric strong. Let's be real.
I don't feel great, obviously. It's disappointing to go into your first challenge and lose it. You know, I kind of feel like I rocked our confidence as a team. And then even right now, I'm looking around, I'm seeing conversations happening. I'm not really a part of them. That makes me feel a little nervous going into this. And it's disappointing because I feel like this far in the game, like there's no information to make decisions off of. So to get booted out here, it doesn't really give you the feeling that you got the chance to play your game. If I do anything? Sure. Sorry. Did I interrupt a confession? Yeah.
Well, it was fine. We got what we needed.
Exactly. Have you heard any news from him? Yeah. So I just talked to Eric. I don't know if you've talked to Eric one-on-one. He was saying that like a strong candidate is Kristen because she is a genuine. Yeah.
Well, like I mean, because she made it all the way to the end without being a big threat. Like nobody saw her as a huge threat, so she definitely has the potential to do that again.
Like I think I'm going to be underrated. I think people aren't going to know what to expect from me. They don't see a physical beast. They don't see a challenge threat. They don't see like a huge strategic mind. And I think I'm going to fly under the radar at least, and then try to pull off some moves at the end, because I do feel like I understand the game pretty well. I've watched way too much Survivor, so I have an understanding, but I just don't think people will know that right away.
I'm definitely on the same page as that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I definitely. Yeah, I don't like voting people out who got voted out early last time. So.
Yeah.
And she definitely had a chance to make it pretty far in. So.
Yeah. I think that's a whole other element to that too.
I've been describing myself as a comet. I come around every 2 years. I go away. I come back. I think I can use that to my advantage. I think if I come into the game, I'm quiet at first, that really sets me up to make it into the end game, where then I can start making a splash. There's gonna be people who I'd characterize as other outsiders, and I think that's gonna be my tribe. I'm gonna have to make relationships with those people, and I think that's what's gonna carry me to the end of this. And then there's threats. I think going into this, there's some obvious threats for this season. So number one priority is to address those.
Here's what I'll tell you. We've been part of different conversations so far. I'll tell you this. I haven't heard your name.
Okay, good. Yeah, no, I haven't heard anyone saying yours. Like at this point in the game, there's no way.
Yeah. And I think I
definitely do want to work with you guys, because I do like, at least for now, keeping the tribe strong, because the physical threats, I know I'm not the biggest physical threat here, but you don't want to be the only one. You don't want to be the top one. You can keep people around that are strong with you too. So.
Yeah. And I think if we look and have each other's back, it'll be very good, because it will be surprising. I think a lot of people are expecting us to stick to our old relationships and maybe stick with the people we know.
Yeah.
And no one's gonna expect us to protect each other.
Absolutely. Because how's your relationship with it?
Yeah. That last season.
Yeah.
He turned.
Yeah, I was gonna say that didn't end well. Exactly.
Yeah. So I certainly, because of those reasons, I feel stranded.
Yeah.
So I'd be
no, absolutely. No, I don't wanna.
Yeah.
Kristen, I haven't talked to you yet.
Yeah.
Eric ultimately ended up voting against me on the vote where I was eliminated, but I'm prepared to have a clean slate moving forward this season, and hopefully he can trust that I can be a forgiving person.
One thing I want to talk to you about, just even before we get into I don't know what's going to happen with the vote tonight, whatever.
Let's set the tone.
But we didn't work at all together last season. I don't think anyone expects us to
I was
work
going to say
together.
the same, and because we didn't have a strong relationship last season, but I like watching it back. I really felt like we could have worked well together if we had like started off together.
100%. And I think that like we're so different personality-wise, like that like people wouldn't expect a relationship between us.
Last season I was pretty gung-ho. I was right at the forefront with the Braun tribe. You know, it's a new game. It's time to build some new relationships and, you know, start clean if we can. We'll see if I can play a little bit more of a tame and social game this time around.
So I spoke with Evan and Sean, and I'm a little bit suspect because they didn't provide any information, right?
Same.
Like they were just like, they didn't put out any names. And I get that like people don't want to put targets on their back by putting names out, but when people don't share any information, that's when like red flags pop up for me. I'm not saying like, you know, like let's get one of them out right away, but I just like, it's a red flag to keep note of, right? Because when you're on the outside, like no one's sharing information, it's kind of scary. But I don't know where anyone's head's at, to be honest. Like I feel really in danger this fall.
Personally, I wouldn't mind seeing one of the Sean or Evan be the
Okay.
But like that's also because I just had a conversation with both of them where I felt like I was the only one talking, right?
Yeah.
So like I wanna have people that I feel like I can have like open conversation with and make sure that like we're actually aligned and on the same page.
Right.
So
because non-commitment scares the shit out of me.
Like my stomach sunk when we lost because just the way the tribes were split, the two other winners were on the other tribe, and I'm the only winner on this tribe, so that seems like a very easy vote out to just be like, yep, she won, like, let's just get her out, so she doesn't do it again.
I was thinking threats, and just give threats.
Yes.
Strength is good as strength.
100%.
Kristen and Eric and I were just talking about the same thing. They were talking about the same thing before I came in.
Okay.
So I think that's a really easy five to consolidate around. What was Willow saying?
So I was talking to Willow, and I think like Willow was just saying like anybody who like hasn't gotten a chance to play, like it's not like super fair to like vote them out right away kind of thing.
I get that. But also you need to...
Yeah, and I was just saying like we don't want to be in this position again.
Right.
We need to like, we can't vote out like an Eric or like people who are like strong at challenges yet.
The worst part about making a like threats alliance is you vote out all the people who are coming back who didn't get to play last time.
Eric was telling me that doing like a bit of like a threats, keep threats strong kind of thing.
Hilariously, I think we need to.
Yeah, I think so too.
And like
I think like people are gonna be a little nervous about like how you played. I think we actually played very similar
I think so
games,
too. Like I loved your game when I was watching it. Like I was like,
Yeah, I'm doing a bit of a anyone but me strat this time around. So it is not me, it seems like.
But it worked really very well for both of us to be very sneaky.
Yeah.
And now we can't be sneaky because people are like, we know they're sneaky.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think like for both of us, it's gonna work really well to kind of like hold Eric.
We need people that are gonna deflect attention off of us, and we're gonna be always seen as special threats. Even like you with the winner label and whatever, they're still bigger physical threats than us. They're still like people that people will see as calling the shots. I think that you and I could work really well together.
I think so too. I think so too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'd love to.
So I
try to
think
make that
like
happen.
if we stick like the 5 of us strong, how do you feel about working with like Richard?
Fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like we had complicated relationships last season, but
I'm for sure like super stoked to work with Cole.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Okay.
So yeah, I feel like I could really get into them things. It's gonna be hard to let some of these other people go, and I feel kind of bad.
Also because it's like they came back because they haven't played.
But it's like no, we all are. Yeah, but we're all like no, we need each other. Like we really do, because especially like challenge strength does matter 100%, but it also doesn't, because we're all going to need each other when it comes down to it. And if we can be the last battle matter more at merge,
like even
then
if we just keep going to tribal, like we don't want to keep going to tribal,
but
we need to keep the strong players. But like
Okay, I feel like we're same.
Okay, so then who was like? Did you throw out a name?
No, not when I was there. Basically, we're like between Sean and Evan and maybe Willow. I would like to keep Willow. I feel.
I think so too.
I think that she would be good with you and I, actually, personally. So
yeah, I think so too.
So first of all, love the outfit. Thank you. Just gotta say that on camera. Thank you. Anyway.
Okay, how are you feeling? How do you feel about the tribe? What's going on?
Oh, good about the tribe.
Okay, let's talk. I want to talk like overall first, not specifically about this vote.
Okay.
I'm stoked that we're together again. I feel like we didn't get to like fully realize our, working together last time. So like, yeah, I'm just stoked. That's all I want to say, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me too.
and hopefully we can,
Stoked to be with you. It's like fucking. I don't have a fucking.
Malone's not here.
Yeah. I don't have the words to describe how I'm feeling about having to go to tribal though.
I know. So yeah, what are you thinking? How are you feeling? And obviously that discussion about Sean, is that mostly what you've heard?
Well, the thing about it is
what have you heard?
When I talked to Sean, the facts are he said to me, like, I had talked to him about the same conversation I've had with everyone else. Who's going to bring us further in the game with both mind and physical strength in terms of challenges? How are we going to try and prevent ourselves from being in the bottom again, So, in terms of that, when I talked to Sean, I reiterated that entire thing, and he had said, he was like, yeah, I think we should get stronger players, like, and he looks around, he's like, yeah, Robin, Cole, Shervin for sure, like this person. And I was like, okay, so you didn't say me, Kristen, or I think Eric and Evan. Like, does that mean that you don't think we're the wrong part?
Yeah, but were you both there?
It was just me and him.
It was just
having a conversation.
Okay, weird.
And then he's like, at the end of the conversation, he was like, yeah, like he was like, I'm not gonna vote for you. I'd appreciate if you didn't vote for me, right? Which is like, I'm like, okay, but like, it doesn't really sound like you mean that because you didn't put me in your list of strong players when I'm standing right in front of you.
Yeah.
Like if I was gonna be like, this is the strongest player, the person I'd start with is I'd be like, okay, well you, and then like turn around and do it.
Yeah.
And you can do that.
Yeah.
Right? But the thing is as well, like, I don't know about you if you watch the previous seasons. I don't know anyone's gameplay. So
Yeah.
I have no idea.
He's like I did watch the previous seasons and he's like a question mark for me because I don't remember. Like I don't remember exactly how he played. I'd be totally fine voting for him. I feel like even based on that conversation that he talked to you like that, I feel like I'm at risk and I really don't want to be.
In season 1, I think my defining characteristic was my loyalty to my tribe, the Banff tribe. That's something I really carried. It was a fire that pushed me through the game until I was unanimously voted out by the Banff tribe. I think that's changed my perspective on tribes and maybe the concept of loyalty a little bit.
What did you guys talk about?
Like Sean?
Yeah, okay. That's what we were saying until you joined.
Yeah, and I feel like
It's a bit of a wild card. We don't know anything about it.
You're the decoy.
okay. I was
That's
like,
why
I feel like my
when
name's out.
we were over here, and like even Evan, we're not sure about right now.
Yeah.
But
Do Evan and Sean, are they close?
no, but they talked right off the bat, and I think they kind of feel like they're in the same position where
they like don't have like connections.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm okay with being a decoy. I'd rather like be a strong decoy that so that they don't do anything else. You know what I mean? Like be a strong decoy. Hopefully no one actually told them, but we told Evan, so he might tell Sean if that's real. Did Evan, you're not sure about, or did he say he would vote for me?
Yeah.
But after we
I haven't.
so I'm
I don't know if you've had the chance to talk to him.
I told her this. Evan and Sean didn't share anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're tight.
Yeah. So I would rather that he even thinks I'm the vote, probably.
Yeah,
But
because
then he's alienated.
And no
but,
shot in the dark.
But yeah, exactly, that's what I'm worried about. Like if I'm the.
And while it would be hilarious to get shotted out of the dark and become the very first boot because someone pulled a 1 in 6 chance. And,
Yeah.
I'd rather that not be me.
Exactly.
If you want, I can.
I will get
I can talk to
PTSD.
Sean, and I can
Yeah, no kidding.
reinforce the idea of like, hey, let's vote out Kristen, and that way, like, he's less likely to take the shot.
Exactly. The one thing. So do you think that Evan thinks that I'm the vote now, as of now, or he knows it's between the two?
I don't know who has talked to him and let him know what's the decoy and what's the real plan.
Okay.
As far as I know, I have no clue.
Yeah.
I know he thinks it's one of the two, but outside of that, I don't know.
Whether he actually knows, and he might go whatever way he goes. I just don't want to alienate him moving forward either. But
yeah, no, of course.
Like, my name is out on first tribal of the season, which is great. I think looking at my tribe, I can have good relationships with like Eric Cole, Shervin, hopefully Willow, hopefully Robin. Like, I feel good about that, but it's hard to know, and it is an all-star season. I could see them like being like, oh, let's take out people that A, didn't contribute to that challenge, that's me, or B, are threats, and that's probably me, although allegedly Sean didn't list me one when he was talking to Willow, so maybe I'm not. Maybe not as much of a threat as I think, and you know what, I honestly would be okay with that. The nature of not being a threat is that my name is thrown out, so maybe that means I'm not, unless that's the reason that people are using to target me. So, long story short, I think I believe Eric and Cole. I think they might tell me what was going on, especially this early in the game. And I just gotta hope that everyone really is down with letting Sean go and keeping me around, but we will see where that lands.
We have us 5 and Robin at 6.
And like
because they talked
I
right
get a
away,
good vibe
they're
from
in a
Evan, I get a
similar
good vibe from
position.
Sean, but I don't know. I don't know them. I'm not sure what's there. Like, it's hard to tell. I'm stressing.
I would hope that you all wouldn't put on this big show for me if this wasn't real. Fuck.
Which?
Oh, just
Why
to
do I
like...
have 2 coffees? Oh yeah, no.
I'm
So anxious. 2 coffees. I had like 2 sips and I need more.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So okay. So why don't? So is Kristen the decoy? Okay.
Because when we had the conversation over here,
yes,
where we basically said, "Oh, you're thinking Chris."
Yeah. Okay.
Just to throw this off.
Okay. Yeah, because he didn't know, and he's very clearly in like, tell me what to do mode.
Okay.
And but the problem is I didn't know, and that's why I wanted to come over here first, is because I continued to hedge with him because I didn't know.
I'm fine with this little brain trust figuring out whether we tell him or not. Because I feel like we got 3 pretty smart people here.
That's true. I have 2 options personally. I can keep all the strong people next to me, and Kristen is 100% one of those people, or I could try and get her out now and gain some really good social capital with Evan and Sean, if I'm reading them correctly. Just want to get through a few of the early votes because they got voted out a little bit early, and I don't blame them. And I think they're willing to do whatever they are asked to do right now. But you got to be leery of that because those are the people that fly under the radar. But either way, those names aren't Eric, and that's the name of the game. So I'm happy with how it's going. I'm also happy that Shervin and I were able to mend fences pretty quickly, and I knew we would. He's a cool guy. And then Cole and I think, are on the same page. So I'm cautiously optimistic, but if my torch gets snuffed out, I'll tell you differently in a second.
Literally walking up to tribal as we speak. People behind me. I don't feel like I'm going to be voted for at this moment, at least by the majority. I don't know who I'm going to vote for. I'm between Kristen and Sean. Genuinely, no idea what the fuck I'm going to do until I get back there. Feeling very anxious, just in terms of feeling bad about having to vote someone out. I don't know Sean as well, so I'm leaning towards him, but I don't feel confident about Kristen not like having my back in the future because of the way she played last year. I don't know.
Yeti Tribe, welcome one and all to the first Tribal Council. I'm ecstatic to have you here.
I wish we could say the same.
Well, you can't win them all, and certainly 0 for 1 is not the best way to start, but it's how you start it all the same. Just to remind everybody, in this game, fire is life. Once your fire is extinguished, as are you, from whence you will head to the edge and join our Edge Esquire, who will guide you through a series of challenges, many of them drinking related, in order to test your skills and your sobriety before you may ultimately earn your chance to come back into this game. Also, here at the First Tribal Council, it's exciting to announce that we have a sponsor for this season, Born Brewing, who have been kind enough to supply us with all of our fantastic beverages for the weekend. If you are getting out and enjoying the summer, do it with them. First challenge was lost. What did it look like amongst this notably cutthroat, cold, maybe even conniving group of people from previous seasons in that first chat after the challenge?
It was like, Keegan was like, we have 45 minutes. I was like, that is too long for this group of people to like go back and have conversations with people multiple times over. Because yeah, we're all little sneaky sneaks. So there was like, I think every single person had to chat with like every single person.
Evan, does that sound accurate to you at the end of the challenge? Did you get a chance to speak with everybody? Obviously, you being from a very different power dynamic. Robin is coming in to this one. What did that look like for you?
There's a lot of talking, a lot of meeting people, because I didn't know a lot of these people. I didn't have a great relationship with some of them because never really met them before. So it was good to meet everyone and kind of get their thoughts on it. It was definitely different though.
And what did those thoughts look like, Evan?
It was tough because nobody really dislikes anyone here. Everyone likes everyone here. This is a good group of people. Nobody wants to vote anyone out. So it was definitely tough to figure out a name for people to write down here. I didn't want to vote anyone out, really. So.
It's all well and good to say everybody's friends, but someone's going.
I mean, yeah, I think that obviously someone's gonna go here. We're here at Tribal and we have to do something about it, but like ultimately the biggest thing we can do is just like try to move forward together as a tribe and do the best possible thing we can here and hopefully not come back. So
Sean, there's some mention of doing the best possible thing for the tribe. What does that look like?
We need to be competitive. We can't keep on coming back here and keep on coming back here and keep on coming back here. So we need to identify the people on our team that we think can win challenges, both physical ones, mental ones, puzzle ones. And I think those people are the assets that we need to make sure that we can.
Cool. Sean is painting a very surgical picture with his words. Removing decayed flesh so that you can survive and keep going on.
Ice cold.
Ice cold.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've had the lucky opportunity to be able to watch a lot of these kinds of first moments where people are feeling each other out. And it might just be because I'm on the inside instead of the outside now. But this felt very different where everyone kind of knew the deal as soon as we walked over together as a group and we're like, okay, so I guess we got to talk right away, right? And, yeah, I guess so. And we broke off immediately and started those conversations. I think some aspect of tribe strength does kind of start to form at that point. You're building these bonds that you hope can carry you through the game, and that's a strength too.
It's not the best to move forward by eliminating an individual, right? Like if I could have it my way, certainly I would want this to be like last season for me, where we're dominating challenges and we don't have to say goodbye to our teammates. And I think, I think everyone said it pretty well here. Like I think everybody likes each other. We don't have a situation where we have competing personalities, I think. So certainly this is a tough vote.
I think everyone, to add on to that, I think everyone kind of comes in with like, oh, this season I kind of want to do this. No one comes into this being like, I kind of want to vote out this person. Like everyone here gets along. Everyone here is a good person. Yeah, tricky.
Willow, when you were talking to people, was your conversation about what benefits you bring? Or were you more or less talking about who else could get removed from you?
Mostly discussing the strengths of people and also my lack of knowledge in regards to that, because the only person in this entire group that I've actually played with is Kristen. I don't know if it's an advantage or disadvantage, but I don't know how most of these people are playing their game as of now or how they've been in last season. So,
well, we're about to find out who indeed was the most vulnerable. Robin, go ahead and cast the first vote.
Hello. I'm feeling pretty good. I really hope it's not me. Really was on me.
My successors. So proud of you all. Yeah, just vote.
because I think it's this or me. Probably not me. If it is, then, you know, have a good time on the edge this weekend. Other bitches. This is the closest to pink. Happy Barbie movie premiere. This is not a great way to start it. I'm very sorry. It's an intuition thing. Girl. Come on now.
Show the camera. It's no hard feelings, man. Wish we weren't in this place.
Yeah, just do something quick.
Of course.
Okay, I'm just looking for idols. Perfect.
Oh.
I can take it.
Can't say I feel too good about this vote, but we'll see. We shall see.
All right, I will go tally the votes. He has. Now would be the time to play. All right, I will tally the votes. First vote, Kristen. That's 1 vote for Kristen. Second vote, Kristen. 2 votes, Kristen. Third vote, Sean. That is 2 votes, Kristen. 1 vote, Sean. Fourth vote, Sean. That is 2 votes, Sean. 2 votes, Kristen. Fifth vote, Kristen. That is 3 votes, Kristen. 2 votes, Sean. Sixth vote, Kristen. That is 4 votes, Kristen. 2 votes, Sean. Seventh vote and first person to join the edge, Kristen. Come up and bring me your torch. Kristen, your time is spent. Profound amount of water.
Thank you.
Go ahead and join your Edge Squire, Edge Esquire.
You know, it's the beginning of the game and there wasn't a lot to be done, and I kind of put my you know, potential strategy out, and what I thought would be important to a lot of people is trying to keep some of these threats in and all of that. So yeah, I put my trust in the people that I wanted to, and it didn't work out, and that's okay. Like, if they didn't want me, I was screwed anyways. I'm not gonna scramble around first tribal of the season and try to fix it. Like, it is what it is. So I've never been on the edge before. I'm excited to check this out. I like drinking games, so yeah, maybe this will be like a whole different experience where I actually get to like chill a little bit. We'll see how it goes. And now what I know is most of those people lied to me pretty straight up. So, you know, it's like probably pretty much everyone actually. So yeah, there was 1 vote, not mine, for Sean, and that was probably in case I played my shot. So straight up, if I can make it back in, maybe I'm on the revenge train. I don't know.
Next time on Survivor Calgary, Kristen has her revenge,
I wish I knew how to tie good knots.
and a plan is hatched.
Call me.